Why watching a drive feels so much different than actually being there? How come we see so much less, even in 4K? Hi guys, Mark here. Today I wanted to talk about filming a drive and the difficulties associated with that. Why does watching a drive feel so much different? Even if you use a good quality camera in 4K or even 5K, it's still not the same as when you're actually inside the car. Why is that? There are few challenges regarding with filming a drive. Watching F1 on TV illustrates one of the problems nicely. Do they really go 300 kilometers an hour? It sure doesn't feel like that. Perception of speed is completely different on screen than to when you're inside. Doing half the speed they do in F1 would make you wet your pants. Yet on screen you don't get the same thrill. This is why hundreds and thousands of people go to watch a GP in real life. The experience is completely different. It's an attack on your senses. The sounds, the smell, they affect the perception of speed. But it's not all down to that. What you see in real life is different as well. And it's down to this amazing optical tool we have, our eyes. No camera in the world can truly replicate what we see with our own eyes. You don't believe me? Look outside the window. Preferably at something far, at least a mile away or so. Maybe even further if possible. You can still tell quite a lot of details. From about a kilometer away, you may even be able to recognize the make of a car parked. Now start waving while looking at the things far away. Can you see the hand with the corner of your eye? That is something that's impossible to film. To see things that are far away clearly on film, you need to use a long lens. But long lenses have very narrow view angle. On the other hand, lenses with wide view don't give you much detail in the distance. It's down to physics, most specifically optics. But I'm not going to explain all that boring stuff. Instead, we could just look at examples of how different lenses affect the view. Much easier to understand it that way.
So on the 70mm lens, you can probably see the pedestrian in the crossing on the right hand side. Just press the button so the lights are about to change. And that's the advantage of longer lens. 70mm is not really that long, yet still it does give us a lot of detail in the medium distance. Originally, when this clip starts, the lady was about 120 meters away, and in real life, seeing pedestrians at 120 meters away is quite easy. However, on a normal dash cam, you get much wider lens. So this is actually GoPro narrow lens, which is according to them a 27mm lens. And from this spot, it's kind of hard to see anything on the crossing. Even the cars in the distance on a big screen seems pretty small. As you can see, compared to 70mm lens, the difference is huge. And this is actually pretty narrow when it comes to dash cams. On dash cams, you're getting usually much wider view. And as you can see, it's only when we're about here, so much closer, about half the distance, maybe even less, that seeing pedestrians and more action becomes easier. Most dash cams are actually even wider than the 27. So this is super wide on GoPro. And as you can see, from this distance, even the building ahead seems kind of small, not to mention the pedestrian on a crossing. It's kind of impossible to spot anything there. but it does give us that nice view on approach to the roundabout. You can see all the way to the right, almost to the very end. It's only once we enter the roundabout the view to the right hand side disappears. And also when coming off the roundabout you get much better visibility. So you can see pretty wide both pavements and bus stop and everything. So you don't get that on a 70mm. You're compromised when it comes to seeing to the side, but your view in long distance improves. In advanced driving, we're talking a lot about looking far ahead and kind of being ahead of the car, thinking ahead. But we can see in the far distance, we can see the bus, pedestrians, the car changing lane, even the solid line in the center. And in advanced driving, we'll be using those things. The fact that above the solid line you have trees and lampposts suggests that it's actually a bend coming there, either to the left or to the right. Pretty hard to tell just now, but we know that already. And compare that to the wide lens, you can see you have that detail. Even if we zoom in, because that's a 5K footage, so we can almost like change the lens optically and kind of zoom in. It's better, yet still not as good as the 70mm. So you have a balance trick here. You can either see far or you can see wide. In real life, you don't have that problem. You can see both. You can see really wide, yet you can pick up details really far ahead. Spotting pedestrians from 200 meters is not really a big challenge. And that compromises the option to understand commentary driving, because I'll be talking about things that are barely visible. Speed is 28, gear is third, holding speed nicely, 30, so ends up 20 more slow signs. Car overtaking the right very fast. Roundabout seems clear, no one coming from the right hand side. Like this roundabout now. So how well can you see anything on there compared to 70mm? Again, that's much better. Yeah, you can see traffic. More than that, you can even see people inside the car. Especially that last red car, I think it has 2 ladies in it. That's something you can't pick on the wide lens. Also, you probably noticed all my 70mm video is in slow-mo. Well, that's because in full speed, it's pretty unwatchable. It's even worse on a 300mm here. You can, come on, barely pick up anything, what's going on, and it actually makes me sick looking at that picture. So yeah, that's not really something very good, even with stabilization. So this is a 300mm lens on a Ronin S, DJI Ronin S. Much better, but still when moving the gimbal, it's not that smooth. Maybe it's just me. That's the difficulty of filming long lens in full speed. So what I'm trying to say here really is you need to understand it's going to be very hard to demonstrate some concepts of driving because watching a video is different. I'll try my best to improve on that, but you can help yourself as well by trying to watch this on the biggest screen you can. I mean, the bigger screen, the better. Ideally watch it on your TV or something like that, because to really get the sensation of being there, you would need a screen that covers your whole view angle, something like IMAX screen and IMAX cinemas, where you don't see anything except the screen. Then yeah, we could get realistic view, although issues with focusing would probably come on. Hope this made it more informative about how to film a drive and the problems facing people trying to do that. Thanks for watching. Maybe hit like if you liked the video. Consider subscribing to the channel even. And as always, drive smart.